Martin Heidegger was a 20th century German philosopher known for his work on existence, time, and the nature of being. His most famous book, Being and Time, explored how humans experience the world and questioned traditional ideas about knowledge and reality. Heidegger's work influenced existentialism, phenomenology, and postmodern thought, but his ideas remain highly controversial. His philosophy is complex and difficult to understand, and his involvement with the Nazi Party has raised ethical questions about his work. Some see him as a deep thinker who changed philosophy, while others believe his ideas are too abstract or even dangerous. One of Heidegger's most important ideas is being in the world, which describes how humans do not simply exist as isolated individuals, but are always engaged with the world around them. He argued that people experience life through their relationships, activities, and environment, rather than as separate minds observing reality from the outside. This idea is controversial because it challenges traditional philosophy, which often separates the mind from the external world. Critics argue that Heidegger's view is vague and difficult to apply in everyday life. Others worry that his rejection of traditional ways of thinking about knowledge makes it harder to establish clear truths about reality. Heidegger's concept of authenticity and inauthenticity focuses on how people either embrace their true selves or conform to society's expectations. He argued that most people live in a state of inauthenticity, simply following social norms without questioning them. To live authentically, a person must confront the reality of their own existence and take responsibility for shaping their life. This idea is controversial because it suggests that many people are living in self-deception. Critics argue that Heidegger does not provide clear guidance on what it means to be truly authentic, and that his ideas can lead to extreme individualism or isolation. Heidegger's idea of being toward death describes how awareness of death shapes human existence. He argued that people avoid thinking about death, but truly understanding it can help them live more meaningfully. He believed that accepting mortality forces people to confront their choices and take life more seriously. This idea is controversial because it challenges the way people usually think about death. Some critics argue that focusing on death can lead to anxiety or despair rather than meaning. Others believe that Heidegger's approach ignores the emotional and social aspects of dying, making it feel cold and impersonal. Heidegger's question of being explores what it means for something to exist. He argued that Western philosophy had ignored this basic question, assuming that existence was obvious rather than something to be investigated. He believed that by rethinking the meaning of being, people could gain a deeper understanding of themselves and the world. This idea is controversial because it is highly abstract and difficult to grasp. Critics argue that Heidegger's writing is unnecessarily complex and that his exploration of being does not lead to clear answers. Others believe that his ideas are too detached from practical concerns, making them difficult to apply outside of philosophy. One of the most controversial aspects of Heidegger's life is his political involvement with Nazism. In 1933, he became the rector of Freiburg University and gave speeches supporting Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party. While he later distanced himself from the Nazis, he never fully apologized for his involvement. This idea is controversial because it raises questions about whether his philosophy is influenced by his political views. Some critics argue that Heidegger's ideas about authenticity and being have dangerous connections to authoritarian thinking. Others believe that his philosophy should be studied separately from his political actions, though this remains a topic of intense debate. Now that we have explored these key ideas, it is clear why Heidegger's work is both influential and controversial. His ideas challenge traditional ways of thinking about existence, but his political history continues to raise serious ethical